echoing silence. The town of Eldridge had settled into a seemingly mundane routine, but beneath its surface lay layers of stories begging to be unearthed. The fading paint of the old bookstore, pages of history, whispered to anyone who would listen, while the worn front door creaked open, unveiling John, the bookshop owner, with gentle eyes and a welcoming smile. Every day, John would arrange the novels and tomes with a reverence that spoke volumes. He treated the books not merely as merchandise, but as cherished companions that had seen the world through countless eyes. However, today was different. An unusual buzz lingered in the air, stirring his instincts and wrapping around him like a cozy blanket. As he organized a stack of leather-bound classics, a special edition with a deep navy cover caught his eye. It seemed to beckon him, "Open me." Fingers trembling with curiosity, he slid the book off the shelf, and his heart raced with anticipation each time he turned a page. The stories leaped out at him, alive with characters filled with passion and fear. Within the confines of those pages, John didn't just read, he journeyed. Each anecdote seemed to mirror his own hidden desires for adventure, romance, and connection. Days melted into weeks, with each visit to the bookstore sparking a wildfire of inspiration within. One brisk autumn evening, as dusk draped a golden curtain over the town, he met Clara. She breezed through the gore, an effortless vision of grace and charm. Clara's laughter filled the shop, a musical note that perfectly matched the quaint surroundings. "Hello, stranger," she called out playfully, and John couldn't help but glance up from a book he was pretending to read. Their eyes met, a silent recognition. Something whispered between them, perhaps a flicker of understanding that transcended words. She wandered the aisles, her fingers trailing along the spines of novels, her interest piqued by the same special edition that had ensnared John's heart. "I never knew this place existed," she said, pulling the book from the shelf that had so entranced John. "Have you read it?" "Many times," he responded, his voice steady, even as his heart seemed to leap. "Each time, it reveals something new." "I'd like to read it," she said, her smile infectious. "Probably a good idea to start from page 1, wouldn't you think?" Their shared laughter echoed around them, and with that simple exchange, a foundation of friendship began to blossom. Soon, visits to pages of history intertwined with stolen moments outside. They would stroll through the town, swapping stories and becoming interwoven in each other's lives. as if they had been threads in the same tapestry all along. But as winter enveloped Eldridge, the warmth of their companionship faced its first test. Clara began to draw away, her laughter fading like the last light of the day. With clenched fists and racing thoughts, John feared he was losing her. In an effort to bridge the growing distance, he invited her to his favorite secluded spot on the edge of town, where the trees held the tired secrets of countless seasons. The chill of the evening air swirled around them as Clara arrived, her expression a mask of internal struggle. "I've been thinking, John," she began, her voice wavering against the winds of change. "I want every page of my life to reflect authenticity, but I feel trapped, like I'm stuck in a story that isn't mine to tell." He reached out to grasp her hands, warmth spreading between them despite the cold. "Then let's write a new chapter together," he urged, almost breathlessly, fearing the moment slipping away. "We can find your story." Her eyes glimmered, and the vulnerability washed over them both, knitting a fragile but hopeful bond. Between them hung unspoken fears and dreams, suspended like stars against the deepening sky. They spent the night discussing hopes they had never shared, their lives intertwined like the roots of ancient trees. As dawn approached, Clara leaned closer, a determination igniting in her voice. "Let's adventure beyond these pages and chase the stories we've only dreamed of." And from that moment, they began crafting their narrative together, shedding the weight of uncertainty, weaving paths through uncharted territories, both within and outside themselves. The town of Eldridge, once a static backdrop, transformed with them, bursting into a cacophony of colors as they forged ahead, hand in hand, ready to write their story, rich with the promise of every unwritten chapter.